Testing, 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 1 2, testing, 1 2, testing, 1 2, testing, 1 2. Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. It's yours truly, Xamdi. So guys, as you guys can see from the title, today we'll be talking about a few things you need to know before marrying a revert. Whether you're marrying an African American revert, whether you're marrying a Chinese revert, whether you're trying to marry a Japanese revert, if they're non-Muslim, if they're Christian, if they're Jewish, if they are Catholic, if they are Buddhist, if they're atheist, it doesn't really matter as long as you're marrying a revert. And the reason why I'm saying revert and not convert is because a revert is someone who was born Muslim but grew up Christian. That means their family might have not known about Islam, but we as Muslims believe that all humans were created as Muslim. They were born Muslims. It's just they were not following the lifestyle. So to be considered a Muslim, you have to live as a Muslim, and they just didn't live as a Muslim, and now they turned back and found Islam, so then we call them reverts. Guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications bell on for more videos. Get into the video. So, number one thing that you need to know before marrying a revert or a non-Muslim person trying to revert is culture differences. That the culture difference will strike you. You don't know how different your culture is until you finally bring them to your family. Once they meet your family and you meet their family, you'll see how different things are between the two cultures. So you have to be prepared for the culture differences. That's number one. Number two is language barriers. If you don't speak the same language, it's going to be very, very, very hard to communicate, especially if your other family members don't speak the same language. Like, for example, my husband is African American, born and raised, and I am Kenyan Somalian, born in Kenya, raised in America. My mother and father were born and raised in Somalia. So because of that, we have a different communication barrier. So my mother and his mother can be in the same room and they could barely communicate. Number three is patience. You have to have patience when you're marrying a revert because they might not be doing certain things perfectly. So that means prayer wise, they might not be like completely in tune with how to pray well, so they might make mistakes. They might not remember certain things. So if you marry the person and say you're married to your husband who's a revert and he doesn't really know how to really lead the prayers, so you'll have to be patient and you'll have to work with them to learn how to really lead prayer. And be patient because sometimes they might not do it perfectly. It might take a few times. It might take months, weeks, you know, hey, even years for them to perfectly understand what they're saying during prayer and to understand really how to stand correctly. And just everything will take time and you have to be patient. Patience is key. Number four is dowry. And this is awkward because when you're marrying somebody of a different culture, like an African American person does not know what dowry is. A white person does not know what dowry is. So when you marry a person from a different culture and their dowry situation is different, you'll have to teach them. The parents and other family members might find it weird, or the person you're marrying might find it weird because this is something they didn't grow up with. Usually in America, the men buy their woman rings. So your money, your dowry is going into the ring. Like, and basically say maher, not dowry. Maher, both of them, maher and dowry are two different things that African Americans, white men, and any other cultures might not understand, you know. So you have to break down what the dowry is, explain to them what they have to do, how much they have to pay, and your family, they have to be lenient with the dowry, and you have to be lenient with your mahir. Some people may just say, okay, you're gonna buy me a ring and keep it in your culture, that's fine, I'll take a ring. Or you can just say, give me $500, or you could just say, give me $100, or you could ask them to just learn a surah, and that can be your dowry. So make it simple for them, teach them, and be patient with them. Make sure that they understand the culture when you bring them into the culture. Before they meet your family, just explain to them, hey, when you meet my family, this is what will be held above you. Like, you need to know this, you need to do this. So they're aware of what's happening before you bring them in, and it's so awkward. Number five is, by Islam, we get married in a masjid. Non-Muslim people marry in a church or somewhere of that sort, you know. So our ceremonies is way different. You have to let them know how your ceremony should be, what to expect from the ceremony, what they should do, how they should dress, what they should know. Number 6 is, you have to make sure you understand, as a revert woman, your rights as a Muslim woman. You need to understand that you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, right? Your man is responsible to take care of you. Your man is responsible to take care of the household. Your man is responsible to carry the family on his back. And if he can't do that, you shouldn't marry him. You should know what he's like before you marry him. As a revert, don't just marry somebody, you know, hoping that they'll change. How you marry a man is how he's gonna stay. He's not gonna respect you. If he feels like 50-50, there's no 50-50 in Islam. There's just no 50-50. Your man is supposed to take care of you. And as a Muslim woman, a lot of Muslim men don't tell the revert sisters that, and they never figure out what's going on. So they're mistreated. Don't let a man mistreat you because they make you feel like that's Islam. Islam gives all the rights to women. And remember your rights, sis. Don't let no man play you. Don't let him play you. Remember your rights. You deserve mahir. You deserve respect. You deserve love. Number 7 is, when you get married, you cannot take your husband's name. You got your last name through your father. You're allowed to carry your father's last name for you. Your children take their father's name. So out of respect, you should keep your identity, keep your last name, to let his children carry his name. And number 8, their family might not really be happy about the transition. It's a different world for them. When their family members revert to Islam, you have to understand that now they have no power of it, but they have a right to how they feel. Be respectful to the family, be kind, be trustworthy. Okay? And that's the only way they'll be able to easily accept you and grasp the fact that their son or their daughter is in good hands. So treat your family right and let them come into your grasp. Don't force it. Don't force religion on them. Number 9 would be, do not revert for anybody. You cannot, as a Muslim person, you know you cannot revert anybody without them really finding love and peace in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by themselves. They have to find their own way. Even if they say, I'm interested in it, let them learn. Teach them before they decide. Teach them what it is. Explain to them. Take some time. Even if it's a month, even if it's 2, even if it's 3, even if it's 6 months. People can learn a lot in 6 months. Give it time for the person to actually make up their mind. Okay, last but not least, just because they're black or African American, just because they're white, does not mean they're going to treat you better than an African man would treat you. Okay, if you're leaving your culture to marry into a different culture because you're expecting them to treat you better, it's not gonna work. If a man is not already raised as a good man, despite what religion, despite what culture he's from, he will always mistreat you. So you have to understand that when you're leaving your culture to get married to another culture, you're not getting peace. Sometimes the struggle will come to you from a different place than what you expected. That's the end of this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything that I missed, please comment down below. I hope I hit the points right. I didn't write this down. I was just talking from my heart and from my experience. So if you if I missed anything, just let me know down below, and you know, we can talk about it down there. If you disagree with anything, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.